And that's why I think that putting out an entire album is a complete waste of time. What's going on, guys? My name is Adam Ivy, and I'm here to help you go further, faster in your music career by sharing proven marketing techniques and strategies so you can take your passion for making music and transform that into a legitimate business that'll provide you with more freedom and fulfillment. Now, one question that I receive time and time again is whether or not to release complete albums or instead just focusing on releasing singles. Now, as an artist, as a band, or even a music producer, both options have their pros and their cons. All right, so to start, releasing singles can definitely help you build momentum much faster because you could focus your marketing efforts and energy on pushing just one song at a time. However, I see way too many artists and bands releasing singles as if the song being released is the finish line, when in actuality releasing an actual record is just the starting point. Now, when releasing a single as an independent artist or a band, you need to have a few things figured out. All right, so the first thing that you need to have figured out is the release date for the actual single itself, and don't wait till last minute, guys, because the second thing that you need to have is a date for your eventual visuals to drop for that single. Music videos are incredibly important when pushing a single. Now, the third thing that I want you to have figured out is what your follow-up content is going to be. This could be an album, but to build more momentum, you could have 1, 2, or even 3 additional singles. Now, acts like Lady Gaga, Cardi B, Drake, just to name a few, are known to release almost every song from their eventual album as singles first, to set a fire of anticipation and to really build that hype curve. When it comes to the music business, momentum is everything, especially when it comes to building that brand and that fan base. Time and time again, I see individuals dropping singles without spending any time marketing their upcoming release. Then when the single goes live, they run out of steam quick, disappointed that it didn't gain the traction that they thought it would magically receive. Or when an artist releases a single and then like 10 months later drops the music video. At that point, you're dead in the water and you just wasted a bunch of time and a bunch of money. As always, I'm getting off track. I apologize. This video was not intended on being a step-by-step breakdown on how to effectively release a single. If you guys want me to make a video breaking down that process, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make that happen. Okay, so I touched base on the importance of having a plan when it comes to releasing singles, but by no means am I saying that albums are dead. Now, when an artist approaches me asking if they should be releasing singles or just make sure that their album's completed before jumping into that, I tell them to start working on songs that will potentially go on their album, but to pick 2 or 3 really solid records that they could start pushing as singles. See, the issue is, without the singles, building momentum prior to releasing an album itself, the album could fall flat. Putting music out into the world is one thing. Getting a shit ton of people to discover your music and become amazing fans is a completely different animal. That's why I make these videos. Way too many people are going to end up putting out an album that might have great music on it, but unfortunately nobody will ever hear it. You need to understand the marketing side of things or have enough money to have someone do it for you if you want to have a sustainable music career. And that's why I think that putting out an entire album is a complete waste of time if you're not planning on putting in the work after the music's recorded. At the end of the day, albums will always be a great way of putting together a collection of records that might have a specific theme, a vibe, subject matter, ongoing story, or even to just encapsulate the sound in that particular time frame. Now, singles can generate a shit ton of money if released properly, not to mention a lot of buzz, which could lead to paid gigs and performances and endless opportunities. Albums, in my opinion, help solidify you as a serious artist and provide a whole lot more depth for the people who your fan base is comprised of. It also allows you to release songs that might have a lot more meaning and significance to you, but are a little bit less marketable in the public domain, if that makes sense. Now, some of my favorite songs of all time came from digging into albums and not just settling with the singles that were on the radio. Now, my advice would to be work on putting together 2 or 3 songs that have real single potential as you construct what will later become your full-length album. Keep in mind that commercial artists and bands typically create dozens of songs knowing that they're not all going to make the cut and knowing that the single could really make or break the potential success of that album. Now, when it comes to promoting your music, I want you to click this video right over here where I discuss some of the best places to offer your music when releasing singles or even albums. Now, I invite you to join the channel family by clicking that little subscribe button over here, and if you haven't yet, smash that bell icon, and until next time, come follow me over on Instagram. All my contact information will be in the description box below.